Okay, what we're going to do here today, guys, I'm going to show you how the best way I've found to snell a hook. A lot of you will already know why you snell. In case you don't, most knots that tie directly onto the eye of the hook, you lose a certain amount of your line strength due to the knot. There are stronger knots that take minutes to tie, and I don't have the time to tie those. So I'm going to show you the best snell I found. There's about 100 different snell knots you can tie, and if you're anything like me, you've looked through YouTube and tried most of them. So I figured I'd save you guys a little bit of time. The problem with most of them that I've found is that once you tie them, it only takes a little bit of pressure on the knot the opposite way to get it to unravel, and this one seems to stay pretty solid. So I'm going to go ahead and show you. Hopefully you can see this with the lighting here. I usually use 40-pound big game. This is 60-pound, just so that hopefully it'll show up on the camera a little better. So pretty simple. The first rule of any snell knot is you always go through the eye, the side that the hook point is on. So you go through the eye there first. This snell knot's actually pretty simple too, compared to some of them I've seen. Take off, I don't know, 8 inches or so. Whatever you need, depending on your size of line, how many wraps you want. Next step is pretty simple. You make a loop in it. That's all it is. Just a loop at the end there. And then you're going to take your left hand. Hopefully you're right-handed. If you're left-handed, find another video. You're going to pinch that loop to the hook. And you take your tag end here. Grab a hold of it. With 40 or 60 pound, I would say 5 or 6 wraps is enough. You can do as many as you want. Problem is, the more that you do, sometimes they'll try and unravel on the eye end when you try and do this next step. So, but 5 to 8 wraps is usually enough. Now you've still got your loop down here that we made to start with. All you do, you take your tag end you've got pinched with your right hand, you put it through the loop, then you pull on both ends, tighten it up. My dental hygienist girlfriend will probably disagree, but I use my teeth to tighten it up, snug it up a little tighter. Now, like I said, and then you can just trim off the tag end. That one kind of goes without saying. A lot of the snell knots I've found, if you start putting pressure on them this way, the knot unravels. And I think the way you can tell, in my opinion, the way you can tell a good snell knot is if you can take the knot and pull it down the shank there. You can see that. And then you can pull it back up. The knot doesn't unravel or loosen or anything. The knot is staying just as tight as it was. As you can see, what we have essentially done is just wrap the line around itself. That's what's keeping the hook attached to the line, and then the line just comes through the eye here and doesn't have any pinch point where you're losing a whole lot of your line strength. So that is what I found to be the best snell knot. We'll go ahead and cut it off. You know it's a good knot if you have to cut it off. And just for posterity, I'll go ahead and show you again here real quick, because those are the videos I like, where they show me more than once. I don't have to keep replaying it. Get your tag end, make your loop, grab the loop with your left hand, grab your tag end. 7 or 8 wraps. Using your teeth is optional. Through the loop, pull both sides. Trim your tag in. And there you have pretty standard, fairly easy to tie Snell knot. You keep most of your line strength, and unlike others that I've found, and I don't know if that's just because they work better with different line than I use. Like I said, I generally use 40 or 60 pound big game. Maybe they work better with braid or something like that, but other ones I've found, they're pretty easy to unravel just by touching it usually. But this one seems to stay pretty good, so there it is, and hope you enjoy it. Catch some big fish.